Well, good morning everybody and welcome back to the channel and part 2 of my Hua Hin video. It is currently 6:30 in the morning, and even though Hua Hin is already awake, I am most certainly not. But I am kind of happy for a couple of reasons today. One is that this is the last time I'm going to have to be up this early in the morning for quite some time, which I'm really happy about. And the other reason is that today I'm going to check out a place that I first found out about when I was just a little kid. The history of this place dates back to the 1940s, and it's a railroad, but a railroad with a very ominous history. It picked up the nickname of the Murder Railroad or the Death Railroad along the way, for good reason. But I'll tell you about that once we get there. So for now, let's go.
Wasting money on cures. Forgot how to fix myself. They say that time is free. Then why is it so precious? Oh, I'll say memories in my head, like Polaroids on walls. They remind you to look ahead. Time is running out. Time is running out. Lately I've lost my track. I've sailed the deepest seas, hoping to find something to bring back better times. Oh, I'll say memories in my head, like Polaroids on walls. They remind you to look ahead. But time is running out. 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 Time is running. Time is running out. But time is running out. What if my best days are over? They can't be over. They can't be over. Time is running out. What if my best days are over? They can't be over. Time is running out. Time is running out. Time is running out.
Well, we finally made it after a after a 3-hour van ride and a 15-minute boat ride. We have made it here to the railroad bridge that I've been looking for. And you're probably wondering how I even know about this bridge. And that's because when I was a little boy growing up in England, on Sunday afternoons there was always these old World War II movies that would play. And one of those movies was The Bridge Over the River Kwai, which is what this bridge is right here. And it was kind of my first introduction to the understanding of how far the Second World War spread around the world. This railroad was constructed by the Japanese. It started in early 1942. It was completed in October of 1943. There was actually a proposal to build this railroad in like the late 1800s, but it was deemed, way too difficult, way too challenging due to, the jungles, the rivers, the mountains, and just the overall terrain that it would have to travel through. So they didn't build it. The reason the Japanese thought they could build it is because of the labor force that they had. They had over 250,000 forced laborers from Southeast Asia. And they also took about 60,000 Allied POWs and put them to work on the railroad as well. Now, due to the pretty horrendous conditions that they were working in, the heat, humidity, the 16-hour work days, the 600 calories of food a day, the no access to fresh or clean drinking water, disease and deaths were in abundance, and over 90,000 people died building this railroad. The funny thing is when I was researching this recently, I tried to sort of look at a bunch of varying resources. And every resource I looked at had slightly different numbers for the amount of forced laborers, the amount of POWs that worked on it, and more importantly, the amount of people that passed while building it. And I finally found an article that explained that nobody really knows the final numbers. Everybody is putting in these estimations and approximations as a close proximity. But the fear is that the numbers are actually even much, much higher than what I've stated and what others, documentarians, have guesstimated those numbers were. Yeah, it's a pretty horrendous tale of one of those times in the Second World War that very few people survived. And, documented in the book and in the movie. It was a pretty interesting part of my childhood that, I guess started my education on the Second World War and how much it involves everybody and everything around the world, and just how disgusting and horrible war can be.
Moon in the sky, I'm looking at the moon in the sky. This shouldn't come as a surprise, but I can't sleep. War in my mind, I'm trying to fight a war in my mind. I don't know who's the winner tonight, but it ain't me. Where are you now? When my fears are worse than ever, when the night goes on forever, when I'm losing track of time. Where are you now? When I need you more than ever, when I ain't got shit together, let me know just where you hide. Where are you now? Why aren't you holding me in the midnight
So we finally made it to the war cemetery. It's over 7,000 Allied POWs are laid to rest here. They say that there are potentially mass graveyards along the entire railroad route that to this day are still undiscovered. When the war ended in 1945, there were 111 criminal charges for war crimes placed about this railroad. 33 people were executed because of this railroad and the crimes that they committed. It's just a sad thing to remember how cruel human beings can be to each other.
Do you miss me at all? Do you think about the things we used to do?